What's up, people? It's Holy Joe Rock and Roll time for some real talk. What up, YouTube? What up, Slammers? It's Holy Joe Rock and Roll with some real talk. Some real talk, people. You know, right now, Supreme Court, I guess, is going to decide on whether the Defense of Marriage Act is constitutional. Whether the definition of marriage is between a man and a woman. I mean, traditionally that has been the definition of marriage between a man and a woman. All right. Now, the problem I find with the Supreme Court making a decision, if they overturn the Defense of Marriage Act, saying that marriage cannot be restricted only to heterosexual couples, because the gays are using civil rights as their argument. Hey, it's a civil rights issue, right? People want to be happy. People want to have the same freedoms, the same rights, whether they are fudge packers or pussy fuckers, right? Let's be honest. Let's just be honest about it, right? Hey, not that there's anything wrong with that. The problem with changing the definition of marriage, shall we say, loosening the sphincter on the definition of marriage, is that once you do that for the gays, then guess what? People who want to have multiple wives, or multiple husbands, or threesomes, or whatever you want to call it, polygamists of any kind, they're next. They're the next to say this is a civil rights issue. Hey, they're a polygamist. They were born this way. They just need to have variety, because variety is the spice of life. Excuse me for a second. Dzień dobry, a ja poproszę zinger, zestaw. To nie jest powiększone, to jest to. To jest tylko to, tak? Dobrze, to jest dobre. 50-50. 15-50. Dobra. Okay. All right, so we're back. Yeah, just order me some KFC, baby. I didn't leave America. America left me, but then it followed me over here. KFC, baby. Drive through. You know what I'm saying? So where were we? Yeah, redefining marriage. So now it's going to be then, the next step will be opening it up for all kinds of alternative lifestyles. Open it up for all kinds of alternative lifestyles. That's what's coming next. And it's a slippery slope, as they say. It is a slippery slope. There's no way to control that. Then of course, coming down the pike is going to be people who love animals. They're going to want to be married to their animal or want to have a civil union with their dog or cat or whatever. What's that about? Oh shit, this thing's fucked up. Dziękuję. And what's our society going to look like when that happens? Right? When you can have a civil union with your fucking dog or your cat or, I don't know, freaking polar bear. That's, you know, that's just messed up, man. Animals have rights too, right? Sure. Cat? Oh, there you go, got it. I'm sure Peter will be all over that, right? It really is a slippery slope that we're talking about, people, and I honestly don't see how the Supreme Court can overturn DOMA. What they could do is, I don't know, the Supreme Court can't do this, but I mean, maybe they could argue that civil union should be approved on the federal level. Therefore, states that approve civil unions won't be conflicting with states that don't approve civil unions. I mean, look, is it semantics? Is it just semantics to say, oh, civil union isn't the same as marriage? Is it just semantics? If civil unions, people in civil unions will have the same rights and benefits in terms of Social Security and inheritance and visiting sick people in the hospital. You know, what's wrong with that? I mean, it kind of like saying, like, look, you want to make this a civil rights issue, so we'll give you the civil rights, but it's not marriage, it's a civil union. So you could say, hey, I'm in a civil union with, you know, whatever, your gay lover, that kind of stuff. You can't say I'm married to my gay lover. I guess you could say we're married. Oh, then people be like, really? Are you married? About you're gay, right? Oh, it's a civil union, but it's the same thing, right? So what are we arguing about? What are we fighting over? And the gays should be fighting for civil unions, not marriages. I mean, even if their ultimate end game is to redefine marriage, step by step, people. I mean, come on. That is some good ass chicken. Brought to you by Yum Brands, KFC, the leader in the emerging markets. Kick ass, baby. Boom! Hold your rock and roll. Talk to you soon. Peace.